No such thing as the dark side? What? Sorry, Darth Vader. We have the near side, which faces us, and it displays craters, lunar seas, and lunar oceans. Then we have the far side, which is away from us, which has minimal craters, no lunar seas, and the Orientalis impact basin. Surface features of the near side, the side facing us. Surface features of the near side of the moon include cratering caused by impacts of celestial bodies like meteorites, lunar lowlands, which are dark seas that are smooth, then highlands or bright mountainous areas which are roughed. The labeled map of the moon shows mare, which is Latin for sea, and oceanus, which is Latin for ocean. Certain rock specimens are found on the moon. These include breccia, vesicular basalt, pumice stone, and anorthosite, which looks kind of like a white powdered anthrax. There's also kryptonite. Just kidding. Messed up Mercury. When referring to planets, the planet closest to the Sun is Mercury, sometimes called messed up Mercury. It is known to have lobate scarps, which are these long curved ridges, as well as the weird terrain and the calorous basin. Mercury is 1/3 the size of Earth, orbits the Sun in 88 days, and rotates in 58 days. It is said that an impact has formed the calorous basin, which thereby created the weird terrain on the other side of Mercury. Venus is known as the goddess planet because many features are named after goddesses or women. It is also Earth's sister planet because of its size. The name Venus was inspired by the Greek goddess Aphrodite, otherwise known as the Roman goddess Venus. Here is Botticelli's The Birth of Venus. As seen through a telescope from Earth, Venus is a white dot. As seen in photographs using ultraviolet light, it also has many cloud patterns. As seen in photographs taken by the Russian Venera landers, it has fresh rocks and an earthy terrain. You just won a trip to Venus. Welcome to cloudy thick winds, 900 degrees Fahrenheit, and sulfuric acid rain. You'll see corona, not the alcoholic beverage, but a group of round cracks that form into arachnoids, not the spiders, but spider-like formations. There are also volcanoes and craters due to the wind streaks. Sites include the Ishtar Mountains and Lakshmi Plains. Welcome to Martian Madness. Check out the view of the prominent surface features of Mars. There's Olympus Mons, a giant mountain, and Valles Marineris, a humongous canyon. If you make sure to fly by the moons, Phobos and Deimos, you may see something curious. It could be Marvin the Martian, or, perchance, Phobos' gigantic odd-shaped crater. Now at jovial Jupiter, you will see belts, or dark bands of clouds, and zones, or bright bands of clouds. The massive circulating hurricane, called the Giant Red Spot, is what the blue arrow will point to. Jupiter has a magnetic field which holds back solar winds, high-energy particles for giant belts. Here's the diagram of the composition of Jupiter. The core is hypothesized to be made of fluid metallic hydrogen, possibly explaining the presence of a magnetic field. Jupiter is 11 times the size of Earth. Moons of Jupiter include, but are not limited to, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. On to Saturn's moons. They include the mighty Titan as seen through different rays of light. There's Mimas, Enceladus, Hyperion, Iapetus, Phoebe, and more. Saturn is 9 times the size of Earth. What keeps the orbits of Saturn's rings slightly elliptical and drives tidal heating? Well, that's called resonance. In addition, without the moon's gravity, there wouldn't be any rings. Uranus is 4 times the size of Earth. It is composed of hydrogen and helium. It has a blue-green appearance and no magnetic field. Here are some of the moons. How were the rings discovered? When Uranus passed in front of a star, as well as when it caused dips in the brightness of stars surrounding it, astronomers realized the presence of a massive body. Breaking news! Neptune's great dark spot, once believed to be a massive storm like Jupiter's giant red spot, has disappeared. Neptune has 13 moons and it has rings. Its largest moon is Triton, not to be confused with Disney's The Little Mermaid. Pluto isn't a planet? According to solarviews.com, on August 24, 2006, the International Astronomical Union, IAU, defined what it means to be a planet within the solar system. This definition excluded Pluto as a planet and added it as a member of the new category, dwarf planet, along with celestial bodies Aries and Ceres. The 7 dwarfs are Sneezy, Sleepy, Dopey, Bashful, Grumpy, and Pluto? 6 out of 7 dwarfs are not happy. Epic battle, comets versus asteroids. Comets are icy bodies around an elliptical orbit. They develop tails which point away from the sun. Comets leave behind meteors, creating meteor showers, and they are located from the Kuiper belt, which extends beyond Neptune. Versus asteroids, which are small, irregular bodies. The further away they are, the colder, and they're located roughly between the orbits of planets Mars and Jupiter, which is a bit closer than comets, which are from the Kuiper belt. A meteor is a visible streak of light from a meteoroid. A meteoroid is a meteor which falls into the Earth's orbit and is usually vaporized. A meteorite is a meteoroid which survives and reaches the ground. Life. Carbon in our bodies is formed in the core of a red giant star. Darwin's theory of evolution comments that all life is related and has descended from a common ancestor. The Miller-Urey experiment and life on other planets tested for the occurrence of chemical origins of life. DNA and how it relates to mutations. DNA is genetic coding. Eventually there's a sequence which goes wrong and genes mutate. The Drake equation focuses on the factors which determine how many intelligent communicating civilizations there are in our galaxy. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, looks for new planets, sends signals, and searches for electromagnetic signals. So here's a breakdown of how life starts and where we're at now. Thank you everyone for watching. Come visit us at the SSC if you have any more questions. Good luck on all your studies and tune in for the next workshop.